It is 12 a.m. Alone in your bedroom, you find yourself engrossed in a chilling horror story. The words dance off the page, creating a symphony of suspense that makes your skin crawl. It's a tale so haunting it makes the shadows in your room seem alive. As your eyelids grow heavy with sleep, you make the decision to extinguish the light, surrendering yourself to the enveloping darkness. Yet, sleep eludes you. The disturbing narrative of the horror story has taken root in your mind. Each creak of the house, every whisper of the wind outside stirs your imagination, transforming ordinary sounds into spine-chilling echoes of the macabre tale you've just read. The quiet of the night is shattered by the unsettling thoughts that swirl in your mind, each more terrifying than the last. Despite the darkness enveloping the room, your mind paints a terrifying picture. You're unable to escape from the horrors of your own imagination. In the dead silence of the night, a noise shatters your thoughts, a scratching sound at your window. It's a sound that makes your heart pound, a sound that sends a chill down your spine. It's a sound that's not supposed to be there, a sound that, in the solitude of your room, becomes a terrifying symphony of fear. Your mind is a whirlpool of thoughts, each one more unsettling than the last. The horror story you were reading earlier seeps into your reality, blending the lines between fiction and fact. You're no longer a passive reader, you're the protagonist, and the antagonist isn't a figment of an author's imagination. It's a real, tangible presence right outside your window. You gather your courage like a warrior preparing for battle. The journey from your bed to the window feels like the longest walk of your life. Each step echoes in the silence, a reminder of your vulnerability. Fear is a constant companion, whispering dreadful possibilities into your ear, but curiosity, a trait as human as fear, propels you forward. Your hand trembles as you reach for the curtain. The fabric feels cold, almost hostile. There's a moment of hesitation, a moment when you consider turning back, but the need to know, to understand, prevails. You pull back the curtain, your heart pounding like a drum, and there's nothing. The outside world is a picture of tranquility. The moon is a serene sentinel in the sky, oblivious to your turmoil. The trees stand still, their leaves rustling gently in the wind. There's no monster, no ghost. There's just the night, with its cloak of darkness and an orchestra of nocturnal sounds. You try to laugh it off, to dismiss it as a byproduct of your overactive imagination. You tell yourself it was the wind or a tree branch or a stray animal, but deep inside, you know it was something else. Something you can't explain, something that's not supposed to exist. You try to convince yourself it was just your imagination, but a lingering sense of dread keeps you awake. The night is not your friend anymore. It's a canvas for your fears, a stage for the unknown. And as you lie in bed, the disturbing noise is a haunting melody in this symphony of fear. Finally, sleep takes over, plunging you into a world of nightmares, a realm where fears come to life, and every corner hides a lurking monster. The chase begins, your heart pounding in your chest as the creature gains on you. Its hot breath sears your neck, its footsteps echoing in your ears. You run, but the faster you move, the closer it seems to get. Suddenly you wake up, heart racing, body drenched in a cold sweat. The terror of the dream still lingers, but reality begins to seep back in. With shaky hands, you pull back the curtain, half expecting to see the creature from your nightmare. But the outside world is bathed in the morning sun, not a hint of the night's horrors in sight. As the sun shines brightly, a sense of unease remains. You can't shake the feeling of being watched. The next day, you share your experience with your friends. You confide in them, describing the chilling noise that echoed from your window, the inescapable dread that clung to the corners of your room. Their faces, however, reflect incredulity rather than sympathy. They laugh it off, claiming that your imagination is playing tricks on you, that the horror story you were reading has seeped too deeply into your thoughts. Their dismissal stings, but it doesn't shake your conviction. You know the chilling fear that gripped you wasn't a figment of your imagination. You remember the cold sweat, the racing heartbeat, the inescapable terror. Your friends may brush it off, they may laugh, but you know the truth. You know the fear. As frustration bubbles within you, you hold steadfast to your belief. They think you're imagining things, but you know what you heard. You know what you saw. Something is out there,